It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibe Goddess Tarot. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading to see what the second half of the Scorpio season has in store for you. We got 3 piles here today. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1 is the malachite crystal. Pile 2 is the goldstone crystal. And pile 3 is the opal crystal. I'll see you in your piles.
It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hi there, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So, we're going to look into what the rest of the Scorpio season has in store for you. We're going to look at the major theme. What's impacting your life right now? What should you avoid? How to be more in alignment with the energy around you? And what should you embrace? So you picked the malachite crystal. Let's see. We have the gray, short, timid, misunderstood, and shy. With every video, I can put the cards in a different place, and it's like, okay. We have the pentagon, harmony, protection, and idealism. And then we have Vista Pisa, I believe. Don't come for me. Divine feminine, birthing, and fertility. Divine feminine. There we go. I think I said it wrong before. Oh, I said it weird. Ooh. And then I don't know if you see how they all kind of sort of had like the little, if the camera could pick it up, like the little dots. You know? Oh, let me show you the little dots as well. You see it? You see it? Yeah. So it could be that you're being shy to something that it's actually, you're protecting. With the divine feminine, she's like, pretty much the empress. She's all 4 queens in the deck. And she's abundant. She can create. She's like a pretty much like she's like a queen. She runs the kingdom. She runs her household. So she's like she can have her own business pretty much. Still have the family. Make sure her family good. And take care of herself. Make sure she's good and stuff like that. You know. So it's like you could be worried and try to put yourself out there, but you're being protected. And we have luck is on your side. Yo, what did I say that you lucky? And then we have step out of your comfort zone. And then we have guilt. I release any belief that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Or it could be like you're misunderstanding something that's actually protecting you. It could be something that's actually on your, like, you know, like how, let's say, I'm gonna use a dog, right? You know, like sometimes they bark, right? But we don't know what the bark means from time to time. And it could mean like we're in danger or that we need something or that something's wrong. But we won't know until we either, like, they either bite us and drag us to what they need, or they move us out of danger's way or protect us from something, right? So you could be misunderstanding something and feeling guilty about it because it's time to let it go so you can grow. But in order to grow, you have to step out your comfort zone. And you're being protected while you're doing all of it, pretty much. It's here to help you move forward and grow and to succeed in life. Then we have official person. And then we have reach out. I reach out my hand and my heart to connect to and unite with all humanity. Like I said before, with the divine feminine, it's the empress and an official person, like a queen, empress. See, just have to say that, throw that back out there. And then we have help from above. Like I said, they're protecting you and they're trying to help you during this. But you have to understand that there's things that's no longer serving your purpose. Your soul's purpose and serving your soul's growth is actually stunting it. And you have to let it go. And it might feel uncomfortable because you became so used to it. And let's say it was a your part of your growth at some point, but right now it's no longer a part of it. And you're misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding that this is not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's happening for your growth. It's happening for your future. It's happening for your soul, pretty much. It's happening so you don't stay stuck in this situation where you are misunderstood and you have to be shy and be timid. Rather than you being that, you can be the divine feminine where you can work and have a work life, a career, and a social life and a family life, and be happy be happy and understood and be appreciated rather than being a place where you don't feel like you can really be yourself. And then we have get over yourself, pull your sugar honey iced tea together, help people, give back, do good, sugar honey iced tea for humanity. But it also could be like this help from above. They're trying to help you get your. I'm just gonna say shit because I'm tired of saying shit on here. See, they're trying to help you get your shit together and You being shy and timid is slowing down the process. Now we have you do you. Oh, let me explain the card. So it's the Rebels deck, right? But kind of sort of messed up some of my cards, so I had to write them on a different card. But don't mind that, okay? So we have you do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works, right? So Spirit trying to help you pull your shit together. Because you out here trying to change somebody that's not gonna change if they don't wanna change. So you have to change. And just move on. Oh, then we have move the fuck on. And then we have it's time to let go. Right? So I feel like that's self-explanatory. It's just there's help out there. Spirit is giving you help, so you can help yourself in the future and to help future generation or future people. And you just have to. Let me use this. You just have to realize that this is happening to you. No, sorry. This is happening for you, not to you. And you have to let go of your past to look forward to your future and work on your strength by stepping out your comfort zone. To allow what needs to fall out of your life to fall out of your life, to welcome in the good and gain better. Because Spirit's telling you to let it go. So let's say that you was hurt in your past and you shut down. Like, okay. Let's say you shut down, right? Or you feel now you're more shy because of the situation. With the divine, but pretty much being the Empress, she loves herself. She's like I said, she can do anything. She don't really need an emperor. She's good. If you would like to think of the Empress as like a single Empress, you could think of, well, one of the queens that decided she's gonna prove that she don't need a man or need a king to run a kingdom. She gonna do it all by herself. You could think of that person. I think it was Queen Elizabeth the First. If I was wrong, do not come for me. If I am wrong, don't come for me. But I believe I'm right. And in Egypt, there was a woman, and she pretended to be king until her child was of age to be, to sit on the throne. So there are examples, or there are females that ran a kingdom or took control of a kingdom, made sure it was okay and it was good and it was stable without a man support, and are still able to give that love that they need, or to give and receive love that they need, and help other people, care for other people, and also take care of themselves. Think logically to find out the truth, to help other people, and also help themselves and see if someone's lying to them, and find out who need to be in their inner circle, who doesn't need to be in their inner circle. And with this protection here is like, there could be some people that in your inner circle that cause you to feel shy and timid, that is either, let's say, is removed, or you need to release them so you can continue growing. And once you release those people, there are other people out there that are going to welcome you for who you are with open arms. But you just got to let go of the people that's filling you up with this guilt. So we have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is normally about rejection and having, it's just one person sitting down and looking at like the three cups that he has in front of him that he's not happy with, but he's not seeing that there's help on this side or help coming to take it because he's so busy focused on what's in front of him. So don't be so focused on your past that you don't see the present moment and that you're not thinking about the future or about your future. Because right now in the present moment, you need to let the person go before you just be stuck with disappointment. Okay. My bad. I have to fix the cards. Let's see if there's anything else before until the cards fall out. See if anything else that needs to be said, because I can't really play music now anymore. So I gotta fill the dead space with something. But you can do you, like I said. You know, you can figure it out how it was best for you. You know, you have to go inside yourself, find out the answers. Because no one knows. I don't know your situation. You know your situation. You know, everybody's situation is different. I can give you as close as... I might, like, hit it, like, be... I might be precise, but I might not be, like, fully accurate on what's actually happening. You know? So it's like you have to... It might, like... That's why it's like it might resonate, it might not resonate with you. So you have to fill it out and fit the situation to... Or the scenario to your situation. But... in my scenario, spirit will technically be that dog trying to move you out of danger, and you don't know what it's doing until after the fact, you know. But we have the Page of Pentacles as the first card as the major theme, and the Page of Pentacles, he's all about learning and getting knowledge from multiple sources, and trying to learn where to apply them, right? And then we have the Two of Swords as what's impacting you, which is... It's a blockage. Like, it's a block. You're blocking your heart chakra for one. Which the Two of Swords, you don't really notice is that is... You're emotionally conflicted over the situation, which is causing you to be at a standstill. Or you can say a crossroad. because you're not allowing your emotions to give you, or let's say your emotion is trying to give you answers and you're not allowing your emotions to flow to give you the answers that you need, or you're learning the lessons, but you're blocking out actually doing them, like the follow through. And then we have the Six of Swords as the what to avoid. And the Six of Swords is normally about like being in choppy water, trying to find calmer water, or going to calmer waters. But with you blocking out or not trying to fully understand or learn the lessons that's happening, you're not finding true calm waters. You're just finding either less choppier waters. It's smoother than where you were before, but it's still choppy. It's not a smooth sailing. And then we have the Page of Swords for how you could be in more of an alignment with the energy that is around you. And the Page of Swords, he normally is looking over his shoulder for like danger. So like I was saying before, you're not fully learning the lessons, which is why you keep looking over your shoulder, waiting or thinking that someone's going to hurt you. Because, oh, hold on, what's another card flipped? Okay, we got the Ace of Wands as what to embrace. I don't know when that flipped, but we have the Ace of Wands as well. Hold on, let me see if there's anything else. Let's see. Oh, that's the last card. Okay. Okay. So this is a part of it, and this is like the end of it. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the Page of Swords, and then I'm gonna explain the rest of it. Or it could be saying like the Ace of Wands was with the Ace of Swords. Like I was saying over here, like you keep trying to have these new beginnings, but you're not fully learning the lessons, and you go to, let's say it's a friend group, right? And one friend group's, there's always something happening in each friend group. It's because you're not learning the lessons that maybe you're not learning the lesson that to fill people out before you just say like, okay, this is where I must like settle in, or like at one point they could have been your friends, yes, but now at this point it's time to move on to something smoother, so that you don't have to continue looking over your shoulders and have to start over and keep looking over your shoulders each time. Y'all, let's say you have to keep forgiving them and forgiving them. At some point they know what they're doing, and they have to take responsibility for their actions, but you also have to take responsibility for your actions as well. Are you enabling them by keep forgiving them and not saying like, okay, we need to take a time out, we need to take a break for you to learn that you can't keep crossing me. I have boundaries and you crossing my boundaries. And because the Page of Swords could also be about, could be gossip and like disappointment. And you could be trying to start something new and always have like always be disappointed and have to look over your shoulder because you're not looking at the problem or learning the lessons that you need to learn fully and completely. You can't be yourself if you will never feel accepted or completely accepted if you continue to be like an image that someone wants you to be. So if in the past that's what you had to do, and it might be like a default that you fall into this character, but you have to let that character go to be your true self. And if you don't know who your true self is, maybe this is the time to get in touch with your true self, or let people go, or let old beliefs go, so your true self to come in and show you what needs to be done and who needs to be released, so you continue to grow and find the people that would accept you and love you the way that you are. Okay, so for the what to embrace during this Scorpio season, we have the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Star. Okay. And the Eight of Wands is all about movement, fast movement, unexpected movement. And the Hierophant is mostly about like traditions and beliefs. So it's like once you release those old stale beliefs that's no longer suiting you, no longer serving any purpose in your life, that's when you will feel less guilty about the things that you need in your life or things that you want in your life, because it's not, you shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to be loved correctly and properly. You deserve that, you know. And the Hierophant and help from above, you see what I'm saying? Like, they literally are trying to help you learn these lessons, but it's up to you to learn them. And if you're choosing not to and continue to start things without fully learning them, those lessons are doomed to repeat because you're not understanding and grasping that for like you're you're not letting that person go to see from a different perspective, to see that this is why this change needs to happen. Oh, because the star, there we go. The star comes after the tower, pretty much. So that means like the change, something already had to change or come crashing down or shifted for the star to come, for this manifestation or this hope to come. So it's like once you release this guilt, that's when, or shift that guilt into, let's see, feeling guilty. I'll say for feeling guilty that you had to let somebody go, rather than, I'm gonna clarify, two card clarifiers. Rather than feeling guilty of having to let somebody go, or having to stop being friends with that person, be happy and grateful that you were friends with that person, and be grateful for the things that they did that they taught you while y'all were friends, and move on and move forward in life. Because not some friend, you don't have the same friends throughout your whole life. You know, some people are just like daycare friends. Some people are just elementary school friends. Some just middle school, high school, college. You know, there's different stages in your life, and you have different friends for each stages. So if you're trying to force them or bring someone into a chapter in your life that they're not meant to be, it's gonna be choppy. So just leave them in the chapter where they need to be, so you can move on and move forward to something smoother, and you can see clearly that that was a part that was had to be a part of your life for like I said, a chapter, but not for a whole trilogy. You know, it don't need to be a whole bunch of books. It's just one chapter or a couple of chapters, and then we're gonna move on to a different chapter in your life. You know. So we have Judgment and the Hermit clarifying. Oh, not the Hermit, the Hangman clarifying the Page of Pentacles. Let me show you the cards better. So Judgment is reconciliation, and also someone coming. It could be someone coming back from your past to affect your future, or a decision that could affect your future. And the Hangman is, I'll see it as a timeout, a delay, and the Hierophant put us in a time, or put us in the Hangman to have a timeout, or to. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Swords. So you are worried mentally. Well, mentally, there's a lot of pressure. There's worry, stress, anxiety, insomnia, not really sleeping that well, might be having nightmares, and you need to see some. Didn't I say earlier that you need to see something from a different perspective? That this is not happening to you; it's happening for you. Yeah, yeah. um, but it's up to you to choose that. You know, to see it that way. And once you see it that way, you know, it put this worry to, you know, you stop worrying and just allow the energy to flow and what needs to happen, because the Hierophant is asking you to move the fuck on, bro. It's asking you to move the fuck on, but it's also saying like to move the fuck on because I'm protecting you. Like, I'm trying to help you. If you feel like you don't have the strength or the courage to do it, ask them for the strength and the courage to do it, and they will give you the strength and the courage to do it. If you feel like you don't have the words to do it, ask them for that, like the words to do it. They will tell you the words to do it. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'll sit here and do these readings, but if you talk to me after like 5 minutes after I do this reading, I most likely will not know what I said. That's why half the time I'm like, didn't I say da? Because I don't remember. It's like, that's not me. It's really the Hierophant at that point in time trying to tell you what the hell they need to tell you. But then I also said the Two of Swords was a timeout, or like taking a break, taking a moment, but you're not allowing your feel. Yeah. And the Hangman and the Star is also like two cards of delay. So you are slowing down your success or your process by holding on to people that's not meant to be there. That's another thing I'm seeing. Okay, so I said I'm doing 2 cross clarifiers. So this go for here and this go here. Oh, and then the 3 of Cups came back. Okay. So clarifying the 2 of Swords, we have the 3 of Pentacles and the Star. What? Sorry, the Sun. But the Sun is a star, so don't come for me. But the 3 of Pentacles is all about teamwork and building on a solid foundation. And then the Sun, it shows everything, right? You see everything clearly. It illuminates everything. But you see everything clearly, and everyone's happy. It's peaceful. It's like once you allow or stop blocking once you stop being at like having this emotional conflict with yourself and stop thinking about the emotions or just allow the emotions to flow. Right? You can watch Inside Out. Watch that movie. You can watch the little emotions explain to you what they're feeling. Right? It's just and they will show you where happiness is, or like where to build like a solid foundation of happiness. Because where you are right now is kind of choppy, and you could be moving on to some place or moving on to another place, but if you didn't fully heal from this choppy situation, you're just going to continue finding choppy situations, but not as choppy as where you were. So it gets less and less choppier, but it's just like if you just stop for a moment, take a break, heal, learn the lessons that you need to learn, and realize that like for example, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? One of the characters, she was a brat, right? And that was her problems. That was her like thing, because each one of them had a sin pretty much. Her sin was she was a brat. She was wrong for being a brat, yes, but her dad was also wrong for enabling her. You know, they both wrong. She's like, everyone is not going to spoil you, you know, and that's how she went to her doom, because she tried to take a squirrel, and the squirrel said she was a bad nut, okay? But her dad was enabling her and like had her believe that she can cry to get anything that she wants, you know, or she doesn't really have to do much to get what he or she needs, you know? And you have to fully sit with that and acknowledge that you either you are enabling them or you're being a brat, and you know that's what you either one, and you have to heal from that and say like, okay, I have to stop this so that I won't carry this on in the future, because in the past this and this happened and I didn't like that, and I'm tired of this happening, so let me stop this action that's causing it to happen, so in the future I can have something better and beautiful, right? Because clarifying the 6 of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups, and he's all about like a spiritual journey, and also he goes on spiritual journeys and spiritual quests to find or build courage and gain courage. And the Page of Wands, he's curious, and like I was saying before, like with the Knight of Cups, he goes on these journeys and gain confidence and build confidence as he goes. Like he doesn't believe he can do it, but he still tries. And after that, he has the confidence and know that he can do it again if he wants to, or he can do something similar. And clarify, well, we had the one card that popped out over here with the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Wands is the Three of Cups, which is celebration and that, like, being able to talk about your emotions openly and freely. But with the Page of Swords here, you can't do that because you're always looking over your shoulder, or you feel like you have to look over your shoulder. And the Hierophant spirit is trying to move you to a place where you don't have to do that, and you're now allowing them. And which is why they're here trying to tell you that's what they're trying to do. So allow them to work their magic. So things to be balanced out, because the sun is here, and like I said, it shows everything. And we had the Six of Cups, was all about the past. So yeah, like I was saying before, you're using past experience, or you're not healing from your past emotions, and you carry it into other situations or new situations, and that's going to cause more choppy. That's going to cause less choppier waters, but it's still going to be choppy because you didn't fully heal and take the time to process the past, to move on to us, like fully calm water, and put it behind you. You still can't, like, you're, until you look at it fully and heal from it and accept that what's happening. Like I said, like with the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like, I forgot her name. I remember her last name was Salt. That's all I can remember. It's her last name was something Salt, okay? And she was a bad nut. Like, if her dad ever just decided to be like, you can't keep crying, or say, like, you can't cry to get everything in life. Like, crying isn't going to help you. And then, like, later on in life, with the, like, spoiled people, they cut them off and they don't know what they're going to do in life, and they start breaking down and all this other stuff. Because they weren't able to grow up or process the responsibility of life that they need to do. And as a result, they just try to find the next person that'll just support them, and then at some point that person cut them off. Just an ongoing cycle. So rather than having that ongoing cycle, you could just stop, cut that out, realize, okay, let me take responsibility for my actions, my emotions, my feelings, and my thoughts, and move forward on what I want to do for my future. And, like, you have to worry about your future, nobody else's future. At this point, it's okay to be selfish, boo-boo, okay? You have to take care of yourself to be able to take care of other people later on, if you really think about it. Because if you want to have a family, can you have a family right now? No. You have to take care of yourself for later on you could be able to have that family. And, or even while you have a family, you still have to take care of yourself so you can be mentally okay, or like mentally stable to take care of that, take care of your family and be able to give them the love that they need genuinely, without feeling like any type of anger or feeling drained or being tired or stuff like that, But you have to look at those feelings, sit with those feelings, acknowledge those feelings, and realize some of them are old and stale that doesn't and don't need to be there. Release them so new experience can come into your life that is will be better than what you released. But if you keep carrying around that guilt, it's just gonna spoil each and every situation. Let's see, why was the Eight of Wands, Hierophant, and the Star here? Because even when you're trying to look or hope for something better, if you didn't fully heal from like your past, you're gonna carry the past with you into your present or your future. And if it's not meant to be there, it's gonna taint it and ruin it. And then you're gonna be sad and miserable, and then feel like everybody is against you. In all reality, you didn't take the steps, or you didn't allow spirit to help you or heal you when you were asking to be healed. And they trying to show you the answers with the sun here. Like I said, you see everything, and they put you in the hangman. They put you in a timeout for you to see everything and to get the answers that you need. And it's up to you to release what release what no longer serves you, so what does serve you can come in. Because like I said, it's not what's happening right now is not happening to you, it's happening for you, it's happening for your future, it's happening for your benefit, not to cause you any, like, it might hurt, yes. Sometimes growing hurts, some people have growing pains, that's a thing. Trust and believe it's a thing. And if it affects some people in their knees, like, it's definitely a thing. And it's to affect my god brother. He used to be real. But that was his fault for being mad tall. So it hurts, but it needs to happen. Even with a plant, it loses leaves to grow. So you have to lose some things in order to grow. And it might hurt, but you still grow. Like, you're still growing, you're still blooming. There's something better and fruitful that can come in. You just gotta allow it to. Because we have clarifying the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Star. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is also a choice, and could be multitasking, going back and forth in your head, juggling on what choice to decide and what choice to choose. But with the High Priestess here, you know what to choose, or you trying to you intuitively know the answer, but it can't come through with that Nine of Swords that was here. And then with the Knight of Cups, you don't feel confident in yourself to take action, let's say, on that thought. And even if you don't feel like you have the confidence to do it, learn about it until you have the confidence to fully take that leap of faith and take that step. Like, if it's a business, right? Like, right now you're probably not open, like, not ready to start your business or launch your business. Okay, learn more about how you can get customers, or where you can get customers, or where you can find customers. You can look at like which site is better to put your business on. Do you want to be on an online business, a store, or in person? You figure those out. It's up to you. You have to make those choices. But you have those answers. No one else have those answers but you. And only you have those answers, because Spirit is giving it to you, because it's part of your soul's growth. It's nobody else's souls but your soul and your growth. So sometimes people can help you along with your growth, and they're there with you while you're growing, but then there's some parts of the process or your growth that you have to do by yourself and be alone for. And it could be right now you have to do that alone, for later on you can be able to help other people or help a group of people. Or that everyone's going to have the answers. So asking people for help and guidance is nice and is great, yes, but don't let them dictate or try to change your path, or tell you where to go, or change where you're going, because it doesn't fit their soul's purpose or their soul's growth or where they want to go in life. It simply means that, the old saying that if it was meant to be yours, let it go, and if it comes back or something like that, that kind of thing. So like I was saying earlier, like if this friend, let's say it's a friend, or this person is meant to be in your life, you wouldn't have to fight for them to be in your life. It will just work and flow easily. If you have to fight and things are choppy to have each other in your life, maybe it's time to let it go and move on to something better. Don't let history stunt your growth, pretty much. Don't let the past stunt your future or stop your future, because you can't live in the past. You can live in the future. You're working on your future. You can live in the present moment. Don't live in the past. Live in the present moment and work towards your future. And that's what the higher friend is trying to show you and teach you. Don't live in the past. Continue live in the present moment, right now. And right now, you need to cut somebody out, let them go, so you can find a better place so you can be more comfortable and feel more free and accepted. But that's not happening because you're feeling guilty about letting people go. And it's okay to send someone to, it's okay to let people go and don't have to love them from afar. And it might hurt that when you want to talk to them or text them that like you used to, and you can't, but it's like, remember, sit with those moments and, feel happy that you had those moments, but don't dwell on those moments, because then you just sitting in the past, nostalgia, dwelling on it and living in the past, and that's not helping you. It's stunting your growth, pretty much. So we have awaken the true authentic you. Well, that's not what it said. Awaken your authentic self, be true to you. There we go. Like I was saying earlier, that's like your shy and timid because you're in a place where you don't need to be, and you want someone to love you for who you are, not the character that you're trying to be. Because what if you stop playing that character, want to stop being that character, then their love go away, and then you'd be like, oh, I thought they loved me. They didn't love you. They loved the character that you was playing, or the idea of you. And if they trying to change you into someone, then we have that here, that you can't change somebody. If you try to change someone, or they trying to change you, they don't really love you for you. They love the idea of you, you know? Or if they trying to change you, then most likely, and if they trying to change you didn't ask to be changed, they trying to change you either into something that you don't want to be and that you're probably not going to like, or they trying to change you into somebody else, and that's not going to work, because that's not your soul's purpose. That's not your soul's growth, life plan, life lesson. Like, it's not part of it, you know? You're not meant to be anybody else but you. So even if you try to change to try to become somebody else, it's not going to work unless you really want to do it. And your soul really just want to be happy and be accepted for who and what it is. And it's trying to find those places to get that. But it's some people that might feel left out, but they didn't appreciate you the way that you needed to. And that's okay to let them go, so someone can appreciate them the way that they need to be appreciated, and appreciate you the way that you need to be appreciated. It's okay to appreciate each other separately in two totally different areas. Okay? So we have be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. And then we have keep your thoughts positive. And then we have believe in yourself and unleash your inner unicorn. So like I was saying before with the Knight of Cups, now if you feel like you don't have the confidence right now, ask the Hierophant spirit for the strength, confidence, all of it, and they will help you. Like they're trying to help you right now. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you, Power One. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.
It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hi there, Power 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into what the rest of the Scorpio season has in store for you. We're going to look into the major theme. How is it impacting you? What should you avoid? How can you be more aligned with the energy that's around you, and what to embrace? You picked the the gold stone crystal. Well, gold stone, technically, because you get it. But you have feeling safe, wisdom keeper, caution. And then we have controlling drama, conflict of interest. And then we have starseed, self, memories, identity. And then we have confidence is the key to success. And look at the big picture. We also have fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. We also have house. Ooh. Main female. And occupation. Earth angel. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. And then we have beauty. We have stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up, you missing some cool shit. And then we have shame, regret, and guilt. Those are bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. Okay. So, couple of things. So with the house being here, I take that as like wanting to find a place to be stable, trying to find a place where you belong and trying to be comfortable where you can be your true self with this main female here, where you don't have to worry about or stress about they not liking certain things about you. They love you, flaws and all, right? You feel safe there. But there's drama because you could be trying to control the situation because you're scared with fear being here. You feel like you don't have the courage. No, not courage, confidence to. You don't have confidence within yourself to believe that someone could love you, flaws and all. And that's bullshit, is what it's trying to say here. And once you realize that that's bullshit, let it go, or work on letting it go, to become more grounded and stable, to become this main female for yourself. Because with beauty here, like, see the beauty within inside yourself and become that main female for yourself within your life. Even if you are a male, you can get into, like, be in touch with your feelings, and because what the main female pretty much is, like, in touch with their feelings and can regulate their feelings and understand and acknowledge and respect their feelings and other people's feelings. And rather than just putting someone else's feelings above their own, they have this self-confidence and the self-respect to set boundaries with people and realize that their needs are also important and matter as well. Just as much as the other person's feelings, needs, as you know, are it's equally important to theirs. And see if anything else I'm seeing before I do your tarot card. Or that needs to be said before I do the tarot cards. But to look at the bigger picture and then the occupation here, you could probably not want to do the work or scared to do the work because you feel like you feel ashamed or you feel like some sort of regret towards it. And it's like once you work on or look at the bigger picture that right now, like I was saying before, like if you have low self-esteem, other people are gonna continue to try to your kindness for a weakness and take advantage of you and walk over your boundaries. And you're just gonna be filled with more and more fears because you don't feel safe and you won't ever feel safe with another person. You have to first feel safe with inside yourself to then try to feel safe with somebody else or have that sense of safety and security for somebody else. You have to be stable and solid and grounded with inside yourself first to then be able to have that sense of stability or comfort, like comfortability. Be comfortable with somebody for like being who you truly are. And it all, you have to do the work and have to put work in to do it. And it might be scary because you might be worried about like people not liking you anymore. But if they like fall away or like don't like who the person that you're becoming, and that you're becoming someone better for yourself and better for your future, then that person doesn't need to be in your life anymore. They didn't want to see, they maybe when you're doing better and fully okay, let's say that you're trying to become a better you, your best you, right? And right, let's at levels, let's say right now you're like a 2 and you're trying to get to a 5, and while you are at like a 2.5 you start losing people on your way to becoming a 3. If you lose them, you lose them. They didn't weren't meant to see you at a 3, or they won't understand that that's what you're doing, or that's part of your growth, that's your process, or trying to make you feel bad about it and trying to make you stay the same, but you're not meant to stay the same. A caterpillar never stays a caterpillar. Becomes a butterfly. Okay, like that's part of his life. That's part of his process. You're not meant to stay a caterpillar. You're meant to become a butterfly and do whatever butterflies do after that. So don't let other people try to control you and make you feel bad for becoming a butterfly or changing, because we are meant to change. We're not meant to stay the same the whole time. We're meant to grow. We're meant to do work on ourselves and remove things that need to be removed and replace them with something better. And grow and transform and process. I'm gonna go with this one. Because with the earth angel here, and then like control, if someone trying to control you, trying to tell you where to go, or like trying to make you feel shameful about like your process or what you're doing, you pretty much work for spirit. Spirit is telling you or guiding you or showing you where to go or what to do. I thought I heard a phone ringing. I was mad. I don't know if y'all heard it, but if you did, that could be spirit trying to call y'all. Y'all get y'all calls and y'all order some spirit to tell y'all where to go and what to do. And sometimes, like, what they tell you to do could be scary, and you might have to do some work to be able to fully do it, but you are able to do it and capable of doing it. And not everybody's going to understand what you're doing, but it's not meant for them to understand because it's not their life, it's your life. And some people will get it and help you, and some people won't get it and then try to stop you. Or they will get it and still try to stop you because they don't want to see you do better than them. There's those kind of people as well. But don't try to hold on to people that needs to be let go, because then they just fill in your head with a bunch of fears. So you can stay stuck. And fears are illusions. And like in Winnie the Pooh, for example, I remember he said, or he was scared of his shadow or something like that, and he was trying to like to be bigger than what is scaring you. So once you realize that you're bigger than the situation, or that, because you have Earth Angel here, like you're bigger than this, like let's say it could be like a little bug, like you're bigger than the bug, you can just step on it, and it might look like it's this giant. Let me think of a bug that's giant. I don't know why I thought of a beetle. Okay, you might not like beetles. Oh, beetles fly as well. I don't know how you can kill a beetle, but you know. But like, why are you scared? It might look like a beetle, right? And you don't know how to kill a beetle. Like I just said, I don't know how to kill that. I won't. But I'ma try. You got the confidence. I'ma try to do it. I'ma have to pull out my little big boy, big girl boots, and then kill this beetle somehow. And after that, or once you have the confidence to realize or take the another look at it, you realize it wasn't even a beetle. It probably was, one of them little random little bugs that just like a black random bug, that you would have no problem killing. And you didn't need anybody else's input to try to tell you how to kill it or that you should kill it. You did it all by yourself. And you're asking other people on like how to do something, or ask for other people input, and spirit is trying to say, no, I'm telling you how to do it, how I want it done, because some people are not gonna get it, and that's like, let's say you go into the people that's not gonna get it for help, and that's the people that's filling you with fear, rather than going to the people that will fill your head with motivation and hope. You gotta let those people go. But first card out for the major theme, we have the Page of Pentacles. And that's all about like learning lessons and taking stock in the lessons that he already learned, and getting information from different places and different resources. So for the impact, what's impacting you, or how is this Scorpio season impacting you. We have Temperance trying to bring you in, trying to bring something into balance, but you have to be patient, or you need to be patient ha- to bring the situation into balance, or to allow the situation to be balanced to then flow correctly. And then for what you should avoid for this Scorpio season, we have the Six of Swords. It's all about choppy waters, but moving on to calmer waters. And with the Temperance here, it's also Earth Angel. Like I'm saying, if someone's trying to control you, and you will end up in a place where you don't want to be, and that's just going to be choppy. So you have to learn the lessons that you need to learn, which is confidence would seem to be here, that you have the confidence to overcome your fears by doing the work that's necessary on yourself for you to move forward, not for someone else to move you forward. There's some parts of your journey that you have to do by yourself. You have to act like go with inside yourself and do and learn for yourself and understand for yourself. And then there's some parts of the journey that you need other people help with, and you work together to build something. But everyone has their own lessons that they need to learn and need to work on and they need to process. And yours could be patience. And like what I mean by like you could having the patience to look at the bigger picture and see why, either why is it beneficial for you or why is it harmful for you. And because temperance is also about like testing the waters. And then we also have confidence here. You will have the confidence to test the waters and fill things out and learn, because the Page of Pentacles, he gets information from different places. So you will test the waters, fill out where you need to get information from, who is really for you, who's not really for you, who's helping you, who's not helping you, and who's leading you in the right direction, who's not leading you in the right direction. And at some point, like I was saying earlier, they will start falling away or you will start cutting them out while you're trying to work on becoming better, like a better person or doing better. And you're carrying this fear with you into like this new beginning, or like the better you that you're trying to become. But once you realize that all the, like the fears and the guilt and the shame that you're feeling, that's just an illusion, it's not true and it's not real, you don't have to feel that, it's other people trying to project those feelings onto you, then you will block out those feelings and realize you don't need to feel other people's feelings. You're not responsible for other people's feelings or how they feel. You're only responsible for your feelings. You can only take accountability for your feelings, not other people's. So you won't let like someone else control you or try to control. You won't let somebody else control you. Like what I mean by like, let's say you're in a relationship, you don't really want to be there, and your needs are not being met, but their needs are being met. They're pretty much controlling that situation because they're you're pretty much there to feed their emotions, and they're not giving any no feeding anything into you. They're not giving you no love, affection, no emotions, no nothing. But you're meant, or you have to give them yours, or they expect you to give them that. That's control, and or they have control of that situation, and there's conflict because you're not happy and you don't want to be there. So once you like look at the big picture and realize that the reason why you're there is because, let's say you don't want to be by yourself, or you don't want to be alone, or you're afraid to be alone. There's some sort of fear there. You have to realize or acknowledge that fear to then act, and to bring things in, to realize what need to be brought into balance, and then act on it. Because whatever you're afraid of isn't really there, and it's an illusion. And then we have the Two of Swords as the how can you be more in alignment with something, and with the energy that's around you. And the Two of Swords is a mental, it's an emotional conflict, because you're trying to think about the feelings that you're feeling, and what you're feeling is guilt and shame, and you're trying to think about why you're feeling that way, and why you're feeling that way is because other people's feelings of the situation, rather than, or you're not allowing your true feelings to be felt. You're allowing other people's needs to be above yours, and that's not fair to you. And it's like once you, and that's putting you at a crossroads, because let's say you do care, and you have love, and you don't want, or you care and you have love for the person, which causes you now, but makes you want to stay and not leave, but you're unhappy in the situation. You can love them from afar. They don't have to be in your life for you to love them. You don't have to see them every day, all day, for you to send them love or give them love. Like, do your grandparents live with you? They live, like, you still love them from afar. That's okay too. You don't have to talk, like, you might not talk like I used to, and there would be some things that you have to get adjusted to and get acquainted to, and that's okay. But staying in a place out of fear isn't helping you or allowing you to grow. It's stunting your growth, and you're just going to become sad and depressed, and feel less and less confident over time. And you're going to feel less and less confident over time, and less secure in yourself, because you're trying to find that sense of security and confidence in somebody else rather than gaining that from yourself. And the real beauty is loving yourself for who you are and not seeking validation from somebody else or needing validation from somebody else. Like there's no problem like asking for help when you need help, yes. But you don't let somebody make the final decision for you. You make that final decision for yourself. And yeah, that's what I mean by like control. But we have strength and strength and the Four of Swords. And strength is mostly like pride and ego. Like what I was saying before with controlling things. Like don't control things out of ego and because once you put your ego down or take like because the Four of Swords is like rest. It's like taking a break, resting, sleeping, a nap, time out, anything that you like, allowing your mind to take a break. And once you do that, that's when all these answers come to you and you realize that you were trying to control the situation, was you were doing that out of pride and out of your ego. They're trying to like to control the situation out of something that you can't really control. And that the only thing that you really can control is yourself and your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts. And you need to have the confidence and the strength to act on your future and your success. No one is going to do that for you but you. And let's see if there's anything else. I'm trying to see if I need to clarify. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Wands. Ooh, okay. We have the Eight of Wands. It's all about movements, unexpected change on it, fast. It's all about movements, momentum, progress, and it's all fast and unexpected. And that could be why it's scary and you're afraid, but staying in a place that is uncomfortable just out of fear, you're letting the situation control you rather than you having control over the situation. Right? That's one scenario. But hold on. I would say that you need to take charge of your life and work towards your success by aligning your actions and your thoughts with the temperature, like testing the waters out, like seeing what works and what doesn't work for you. And you have hopes and dreams that you couldn't fulfill, and you're burying them like deep down as like self-doubt and fear. And to break that, you have to acknowledge those feelings and realize that probably at that time you weren't able to do it because it wasn't
right for at that time. But right now is the time that it's okay. It's right. It's a, you know, or that some people aren't really helping you to work or achieve your hopes and your dreams. And it's time to find another place or another person or another source of resources to gain that sort of knowledge to help you move forward. Because just sitting in fear and self, like, just allowing your fear and your self doubt to take over is self destructive, and you're just repeating self destructive patterns that you need to let go, and that's because it's holding you back. And it's like once you realize that with the Four of Swords and take that moment to sit, heal, rest, and realize that you're much bigger than the situation, and like ask for the strength and the courage to overcome the situation so you can feel more safe and secure, then oh no, I'm gonna do the three. Like, I'm gonna sum it up because I'm pretty much done with your reading. It was kind of straightforward. It was. um. Yeah. It's like you could be scared right now, but you have with the Eight of Wands. You take one step, and then everything else start falling into line very like rapidly, and you didn't expect that, or with like Earth Angel here and then Temperance here, and then courage. Like you realize real fast that you did have the confidence and the strength and the courage to do it. It's just fear was just being a son of a bitch, and it was a lie. All of like fear, regret, guilt is a lie. It's an illusion to try to keep you stuck there, and you don't need to be stuck there. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about waiting on our harvest. And but with this card, she already have her harvest and she's not happy with what she has. So you could be not happy with you harvesting or what you're getting because someone else have control over, or someone else is controlling you. So, or controlling the situation and controlling what you are bringing in or what you're receiving. And like in the situation where it's like the relationship, right? You're not happy in that relationship, but you keep receiving love or attention and affection that you don't want and that you're not happy with, you know. But it's up to you. It's your choice to simply say like, I don't want your love and affection anymore. I'm gonna go get, go over here, be single while you over here. Because even in this card, you in your bubble, they outside of your bubble, y'all two separate places. And you're giving the love that you want to receive to yourself. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. which is it could be multitasking, but like I was saying before, like a choice. You have to choose this choice because you're going back and forth about it, and you have to figure out what, like, look at the big picture, figure out what you want to receive, because no one else can receive it for you but you. It's yours. And we have the star, which is like hopes, dreams, and manifestation. So you have to take control over like your dreams, your hopes, and your manifestation. No one else has control over that but you. But first and then the star could also mean a delay. So it could be like all like your wish and your dreams and your hope and your manifestation trying to make its way to you, but it's on delay until you get grounded and stable and independent in yourself and secure in yourself, that you don't need somebody else's input to tell you what to do or how to do and where to go. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's wifey material, bro. She like and she can run her own business. She's wifey material. She can do she can run her own business by herself. She can take care of herself, feed herself, financially provide for herself. And she's grounded. She's not too flashy, you know. She's not gonna overdo it or anything like that. And she worked real hard to get there. So then we have occupation. So like you have to work to become solid and grounded within yourself, to put yourself first, that you don't put nobody else's feeling above yours, and realize that your feelings are just as equal as somebody else's feelings. Let's see if there's anything else. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about being free and liberated and being content with what you have in life. But she's single, you know, in this card she's not single, but someone's giving her that pentacle, and then she goes to become the 10 of Pentacles, you know. So to have like generational wealth with somebody, that's something stable and solid, where she's happy and not, I don't know if I ever showed you the 7. You see, she's not happy here, but you see how she's happy here, you know. And it was all pentacle cards, so you can't really say that, oh, it was money. No, she wasn't happy in the beginning because she wasn't happy with what she was receiving. And you are in a situation right now where you're not receiving your needs are not being met. And rather than go into a place where your needs can be met, you're trying to sit somewhere. And it's up to you to make that choice of, do you want to sit here where and continue where your needs are not being met? Look at the big picture. Look 5 years from now. Will your needs be met? Or are they changing to meet your needs? Are you saying that this is what you need, and are they changing? Are they trying to do it? No. Then maybe it's time to leave. You can just love them from afar. You have your bubble, they have their bubble. And you break away, have being free and liberated and grounded in yourself, where you don't need somebody else's input, or you don't need someone else to love you the way that you want to be loved, because you're loving yourself the way that you want to be loved. And if someone comes in to try to give you like a new solid beginning, and they can't love you the way that you need to be loved and the way that you deserve to be loved, you're not going to start anything with them, because you know it's not going to lead anywhere productive. You know, you're taking control over your dreams and your hopes, and you're putting the past behind you and not allowing your fears to have control over your life and to control you anymore. And but with the stop sleeping so damn much and then the Four of Swords here, it could be like right now is the time to do it, and you could be missing out on that time or procrastinating because you're stuck in fear or paralyzed in fear. And you're bigger than what is scaring you, or just be bigger than what is scared. Watch Winnie the Pooh. We have trust your intuition. She's always right. But what is scaring you, you're bigger than it. And it's really just an illusion or a lie and just bullshit. And we have perform a random act of kindness. So like I was saying before, like right now you're worried about, or you're in a place where you're not happy and you have to, like with the Page of Pentacles, like I said, he learns information or gather information from multiple sources, and then he looks back on it, takes stock on it, and process what he learned. If you're just receiving things that you're not happy with, look at the bigger picture. Look at, do you want this to be your life forever? You know? And make that choice that you need to do for, because really when you think about it, what you're juggling is the Seven of Pentacles and the Star, which is your hope, dreams, wish manifestation, and all that. You know? That's what you're juggling. Like being unhappy, receiving unhappiness, and receiving your wish, your dreams. You know? So you choose what is right for you, and your intuition is trying to tell you what's right for you, screaming at you probably, and it's saying that you do have the confidence to do it. You are much bigger than what's scaring you, or you're much bigger than your fears, and it's really just an illusion to try to stop you and slow you down. And then we have, you are perfectly beautiful, because you are, and you deserve to be loved just as you are. And somebody will love you just as you are. Because everyone deserves love and deserve respect and to be treated with love and respect. But, like J. Cole said, you can't love someone until you learn how to love yourself. And it wasn't just J. Cole that said it, but you first have to realize that you're perfectly beautiful, flaws and all, and that everybody else have flaws, and they're still beautiful, flaws and all. Like there's God in everybody, there's spirit in everybody. It's just some people, you just gotta look real hard to find it. If you gotta squint to find it real hard, maybe just cut them out, okay? Just don't stress yourself out, okay? And Spirit's trying to help you, and ask them for the strength and the confidence and the courage to learn what you need to learn, show the answers, to get answers if you need the answers. If you need to remember who you are, to love yourself, to be more stable in yourself, to remove your insecurities, or to help you remove your insecurities and be more grounded and balanced in yourself, they will help you. They have absolutely no problem helping you to try to bring and make you feel more balanced and at peace with yourself, because they don't want this fear here. Clearly, if they tell you to look at the big picture. And then this fear is interrupting or causing you not to trust your intuition. So they definitely does not want this fear here. So yeah, they will definitely help you bring everything or help you make things make sense. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you, pal 2. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.
It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hey there, pal 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into what this rest of the Scorpio season has in store for you. You picked the... Hold on. Okay, so we're going to look into the major theme that Scorpio season had for you. How is it impacting you? Something that you should avoid, or what you are avoiding. How to be more aligned with the energy around you, and something to embrace, or what you need to embrace from this energy. You picked the opal crystal. So we have Alpha Draconian, corrupt, unethical cults. And then we have crop circles, messages, curiosity, signs. Then we have the energy is gaining momentum. Then we have a new romantic cycle begins. And then we have kindness. You are a humanitarian, made of love, and you are able to share the energy with others. We have pathway. Ooh. And then we have wheel of life. Okay. I am guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. And then we have dreams. And we have cycles. Oh wow. And then we have, because we have that you're guided by the cycles of life and you live in complete harmony with them, and then we got cycles. You get it. And then we have whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time, Now is not the fucking time. Let me show you again. Because sometimes, okay, whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Because right now is not the time. Right now is not the time. There will be a time, just not right now. Okay? popped in my head that Phineas and Ferb scene when Phineas and Ferb, it was their parents' anniversary, right? And they were trying to bring a band back together. And one guy, he said no. And then Ferb automatically was going to go to violence, right? And then Phineas was like, no, not yet. You see, it's like that. Like, it might be necessary, but not right now. Okay, let's try to see if we can talk it out before we go violent. You know? So we have, you think someone is lying? They are. You see? So it's like, that's why right now is not the time. Let's get more information first. You know? Or it could be like, right now is not the time to spaz out. You need to be saving your energy for something way more important. And then we have, put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. It's you. You could be having, okay, you could be getting answers or messages or signs in your dreams on how to close out a cycle, or messages, or being shown in your dream something, the information about the cycle that was corrupted that you didn't know. Something unethical happened, right, in the cycle. And it was corrupted pretty much. And you're getting these answers while you're sleeping, or these messages while you're like, you're getting the clarity while you're sleeping, so you can close out the cycle and complete the cycle peacefully. And things are picking up, or you can feel or sense that things are picking up, because a new romantic cycle is coming. Like I was saying before, like someone is like, let's say it's someone from your past, this corrupt person that's from your past. But seeing that saying cycle of life, and then we had cycle here twice. So let's say it was like two different cycles, right, in your life. Well, one is more, have more harmony, and the other one, because here, don't you look sad? And this is the heal, like this is my from my healing yourself deck. So you healed yourself from this unethical, corrupt situation, and you're now putting that cycle behind you, or like past you, right? Boom, explained how that passed. And you are in a place right now where things can be or could be more harmonious, but you could be in your head way too much because someone is lying to you. And you could be thinking about doing something like out of revenge or irrational, like to get back at that person, but don't try to seek revenge. Continue to kill them with kindness, because at the end of the day, they're gonna regret it. They're gonna regret taking your kindness for a weakness. And Al Capone said, you take his kindness for a weakness, that's the last thing you're gonna remember him for. So you do you. But don't wait, hold on, let me take up the whole. Don't do nothing crazy, okay? Don't do Al Capone crazy. Do Buddha kind of Zen. Relax, just if they hurt your feelings, get in your bag, worry about your money. And once you start giving that energy to yourself rather than to this cycle or this corrupt group of people, because we also have cult here, so cults. So it's, it could also be tradition, like a toxic tradition that needs to come to an end. And once you put that to an end, or simply realize that that tradition no longer suits you or fit what you're trying to do in your life, and you want to go somewhere else in your life, with the pathway here, and then you find your path, your own path, you become more harmonious in life. And that's where you find, well, this new romantic cycle could be anything. It could be like love, or you find, like, it could be love, it could be a person, or it could be like a new job, a hobby, anything, could be even you start loving yourself. It literally could be anybody. And with cycle and then path, like, this probably was a part of, like, could have been a part of your pathway in the past, but it's, and we all go through little cycles to help us transform, to lead to put us onto a new path, into a new cycle, so we can learn what we need to learn there to then continue growing into, we don't just stop growing and just learn everything that we need to learn at one point in time in life. Like, no, we always growing, we always learning, and always evolving and transforming. And so these people or this situation was probably, it's in your past, and you probably didn't get full clarity on the situation or get all the answers that you needed, but you're getting them or receiving those answers in your dreams. And that is, you're receiving them in your dreams so you can move forward on this path, right? Because those messages and signs are there to help you from spirit is trying to help you move on forward, to continue to go on this path so you can be in a more harmonious situation. And to close out this cycle so that a new cycle and better cycle can come in and begin, that is full of love, because it's close, or it could be close by and you're too busy or too focused on this situation to see it, or too distracted by the situation to see it. But with path here, you could also be like feeling that you're at a crossroads and don't know which way to choose. You're getting the answers on which way to choose in your sleep. But that's with the whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Like if they took your kindness for a weakness with this corruption or corrupt, unethical, and cults, then we have kindness here. If they took your kindness for a weakness, it did not go unnoticed by spirit. Spirit is handling it. Let them handle it. Because with this, you think someone's lying and it's saying like they are, but you probably don't know to what extent or how deep the lie is, or how far the lie go, or how far back the lie goes. And it's probably not meant for you to know. You just need to know someone's lying and just move the fuck on, or like get the fuck out. Like be like, all right, you're weird because why you could just tell the truth. You know, but yeah. So the first card is supposed to represent. Well, first, no, we have two cards that came out. So first cards are representing the main theme. We have the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Pretty much. Who's crossing that? The Father of Wands, King of Wands. He's charming, passionate, motivating. He's a go-getter, courageous, stuff like that. He can also make you feel like, or make, like I said, he's motivational. He can get you to believe that anything is possible. And the Four of Pentacles is holding back and not opening up when necessary, right? So he has emotions, but he doesn't give or feel the whole emotion that he feels, right? He's mostly just passion, like he just here for a good time, that like a party person pretty much. And hold on. But like, yeah, so like I was saying, so the King of Wands, he can make you believe that anything is possible, or those sweet charming words, but then they really mean nothing, sweet nothings. And put on this facade that he is something that he isn't. It's like an image, right? But in reality, they really are scared and afraid and insecure. And then the King of Wands, he won't accept or admit ever that he's insecure. Rather than doing that, he will just shift blame, push it on other people, or just move on to something else and never look at it. Right? So, how is the Scorpio season impacting you? We have Temperance. So, trying to bring the cycle into balance. So it can close out completely. But it also needs time to bring. You also have to be patient to bring it into balance and have time to bring it into balance. We have what are you avoiding during the Scorpio season, or what you're trying to avoid. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It is represent like working. Excuse me. You could be trying to avoid. You could be trying to avoid on working on these insecurities that and also temperance can also mean like testing the waters, right? And trying to like so you're could be trying to test the waters and work it out with this insecure King of Wands, but it they will continue to take your kindness for a weakness until you you choose and bring it into balance to and do the work that is necessary to cut this out and be secure within yourself to understand that certain cycles are meant to close out and be left in the past, and they might come back from time to time to if things need to be balanced and worked on. You know, like like how a car also like sometimes from time to time need to be fine tuned. Maybe the cycle need to be fine tuned, and like with the like there like someone is lying, like maybe there was a lie, and at that point in time in the cycle, you were like you didn't know like you probably knew it was a lie, but then didn't say anything about it, and then now it's coming out that it like it was being confirmed like yes indeed it is a lie, or yes indeed like you were lied to and there were things hidden, and that brings everything into balance. But during that whole time, you either were dragging your feet on working on something, or trying to like wait patiently to work on like I said, like testing the waters and bringing things into balance with this insecure 10 of King of Wands, and that was like sabotaging yourself in a way, because sabotaging your path because you were trying to hold on to something that you were trying to hold on to this King of Wands, and he not that he doesn't serve a purpose, that he right now at this moment you're holding on to him because he represent a form of comfort that you had in the past, but he's not comfortable for you right now, and you could be getting like those messages in your dreams and or having difficulty sleeping because how can I put this? Because temperance, like I said, is like bringing things into balance and trying, like testing the waters, trying to make things work, see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And let's say you are trying to like keep making it work with this insecure, like King of Wands, right? Right. you are holding on to them because you are scared or insecure about taking that next step or doing the work to actually have that the true sense of balance and let go of the past and realize that they weren't your true happiness, or they weren't like a true sense of stability or comfort. They weren't a true sense of, or if they were for a moment, and now that doesn't fulfill you. There you need something else to feel more secure and stable, and they don't meet that criteria anymore. So, how to be more aligned with the energy around you? We have the Five of Wands and the Hangman. Ooh. And the Five of Wands, it's something from, it could be a conflict or a competition, like a battle. And the Hangman is a timeout to see things from a different perspective. So while you're sitting down trying to see it from a different perspective, you're fighting yourself or fighting the truth, which is making it hard for you to make a decision to cut something out or see what needs to be cut out, or to let go of this insecure King of Wands, because he, like I said, he will make you believe that all his sweet words mean something, but in reality it doesn't, because like I keep saying, they're insecure, and then you could have been insecure at that moment, and because they could have took your kindness for weakness, and you were trying to care for them and like help them in a way, and now they're trying to come back to either do it again, or let's say that they want to make it work, and you're fighting yourself to seeing you're fighting yourself to see the truth, or you're fighting yourself on seeing it from a different perspective. To bring things into balance. Which is why that's why things are on a delay right now, because of the conflict of and going back and forth. Which is why they also could be saying, like, right now is not the time to do whatever you're thinking, because either you're acting out of fear, and that's gonna mess up the progress that you already had planned, already have done. So it's best to just take a little break, to sit down, take a little time out to think about it. Sleep if you need to sleep. And to get the answers that you need to get. Like, meditate if you need to meditate. Sleep if you need to sleep. Because what you need to embrace, or what the Scorpio season is here to do for that. What the Scorpio season is asking you to embrace is the Lovers, which is all about, like, it's a choice, like in the olden days. It used to be called the choice card. And we also have like a new romantic cycle is like will begin, but it's up to you if you want to take that new romantic cycle. And like I said, it could be anything. And you could simply not be ready to have like a full blown romantic relationship, and y'all just start off as friends. And but with the moon at the bottom of the deck, everything, some things are hidden, and then we do have someone is lying. And ooh, we also have the Queen of Swords underneath the moon. Yeah. Um. And then underneath the Queen of Wands is the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, which is a curiosity. So it could be like there's mutual attraction, but it could be secretive, which is why a new romantic cycle is happening. Could it be a boss? Hold on. What? um, that could be unethical for some people. I mean, if your boss, you dating a boss, because the King of Wands. Let me see. I don't know, but I don't know why, but balls popped up. But maybe you know. But either way, let me see. Now I'm gonna use the romance, my little romance tarot deck, because we have the Lovers card, and it's a new romance cycle. But something about it is unethical. Probably because somebody, okay, if it is a crush, somebody could have lied and said that they don't have a crush on you when they actually do have a crush on you, because they insecure and didn't have the confidence to tell you that they have a crush on you, and then could be fighting themselves until they do have the confidence to tell you that they have the crush on you, right? So it could be someone that's secretly attracted to you, and you getting. They having like wet dreams, or you having wet dreams with somebody, and because with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, or it could be like somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 2-card clarifier for each. I took a little break and then I came back, so I don't remember what I left off on. So now that I took a little break, I got distracted. So give me a minute. Let me think about it. I'll say if I see you when I come. Fully understand. Ooh, and my other reading, right? I'm not sure if it's up yet. And I was talking about Typhon. He's also represented by like red eyes for like his rage and his like anger. So I was like, you could be angry about or fighting yourself, going back and forth about the truth and want to seek revenge. And that's why I'm saying like right now is not the time to seek revenge and to put that energy into something else rather than trying to seek revenge on this person or hurt this person. Move on to something better for you that's beneficial to you and for you. And Typhon is the father of all monsters, just saying. And you know, Alpha Draconians is lizards, you know. No, reptiles, you know, lizards pretty much. And still could be, you know, little monsters that he created. So clarifying the King of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, we have the Strength card. Like I was saying before, with it could just be ego and pride and a facade that this King of Wands is putting on as like he has this confidence and have this, you know, he has the je ne sais quoi when he doesn't really have it. And the truth is that he's really just scared and insecure, and rather than just being honest and truthful and vulnerable, being his true self, he put on this facade as if he is charming and passionate and charismatic and loyal, rather than actually trying to become those things. He fakes it pretty much till he makes it and hide away his insecurities. And if anyone touch or get too close to those insecurities, you know, he lies about it. Because he doesn't want his ego hurt. The tower just flew out, so I guess that's... Because, you know, you get too close, if you hurt their ego, you know, tower, things come crashing down. There's a sudden shift. They have to realize that they're not this, you know, as great as they thought they were. They're not as powerful as they thought they were. They're not this image that they put out there. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords, right? They're not this king that they put out there. They're actually a page, you know? And a page is a child, and it's immature, right? So they're a man-child pretty much. And or they don't handle certain situations maturely. And it's like once you realize that, or once you're able to acknowledge that or touch on that, rather than being truthful and being vulnerable and saying what needs to be said, they give you like they give you or tell you something that will calm you over for the moment, a lie pretty much, or not the whole truth. And that caused you to keep looking over your shoulder and not fully trust, or be disappointed and not fully trust what's being said or what's going on around you. So, so I can't play music now because, copywriting. And I don't want to be sued. So I just listen to the music in my headphones. I can tell you what it is right now. I can show you what it is. So, boom. It was to the point where he said that how he made it out, that some people made it like, some people gave up on it. He made it out, and it was that part. Now, if you know the song, you know the part I'm talking about. But we have the Emperor. And the Emperor has control over his whole kingdom. No one controls him. He controls, or is supposed to have control of his whole kingdom, knows what's going on in his kingdom, and is really balanced within himself. And, I'll take it back. We got the devil. So, okay. Oh, and then at the bottom of the deck, we got the King of Wands. Okay, all right, okay. So, it's a self-imposed image that you're putting on, right? And you're actually really insecure. And rather than working on your insecurities, you're pushing them off onto other people and trying to lie as if you're not insecure, or as if you are confident. But when someone sees the truth or realize that you're not, there's a sudden shift, and you break down and realize you don't have control over the situation, and then now you are fearful because they see through the illusion. They see that you really just this insecure person. And like I was saying over here, like they see that you're not this king, you're really this this page, you're really this child. And things like, it's like once things are in balance, like mind, body, soul, spirit's in balance, like you take that moment to meditate, to get the answers, allow the answers to flow, which is probably coming to you in your dreams. Like, for example, for me, the answer literally came, was like people weren't qualified for their job or the position that they had. It would be something like that. And it was just a random conversation I was having with somebody, then it switched to something like you will remember the phrases that if you are getting the answers in your dream, you will remember like what you need to remember, and remember nothing else, right, in that dream. Like, for that part, because I was working on a project, but what that project was, I don't know. It's just that kind of thing. I just know that people were not in the position that they should have been in, And it's like once you realize that, you see that, that's when things are going to change, and that's when things are going to shift, and you break free from the devil. Because Temperance is the angel card, right? And Temperance is the angel, like I said. The angel obliterates the devil. So it's like once you take control and bring things into balance, you will let go of the fears that's holding you back. And the fears that's holding you back, the pretending to be something that you're not, you let all that go to be your true self. Well, like I said before, you'll see that this king is not really a king. This man is not really a man. It's a child. It's a boy. You know, it's not even a teen. It's a boy. You know, and a boy can't be king. You know, a child cannot be king. They have, at that point, they have a king regent where somebody sits on the throne until they are ready. You know, I know some things. Or queen regent, you know. Don't discriminate. Not gonna assume your gender. But also with the emperor here and then the devil, like you could be trying to control the situation, which is unethical and corrupting it, which is why the angel is here to, for one, show you that things are out of balance and need to be brought into balance by taking control over your fears and not letting somebody else or the situation control you. Realizing or seeing people for who they are and stop giving them the benefit of the doubt and to work on you and allow them to work on themselves. So you don't get stuck in something just for materialistic means. Because also, that's what it was. The king and queen of wands, if they're in a relationship, it's because it, like, together, it's because it looks good on paper and it benefits, like, them. Like, this might not be, like, real true love there, you know? And with the moon card here, that could have been the secret. Like, and he's filling your head, the King of Wands, filling your head with charming words as, you know, if this will happen, as the, like, if we get married, have the white picket fence, have the kids, 10 dogs, I don't know what you want to do with your life, be the dog breeder, I don't know, and you're holding on to those illusions that, or letting those illusions control you rather than seeing it for what it is, that this person lied to you and it is disappointing, yes, but you have to see the truth and see that this person isn't qualified or capable to give you those things because they're not even qualified or capable to give those things to themselves. So they have to do work on their end and you have to do work on your end, and not by not allowing someone to blow smoke up your ass or to see that when someone's blowing smoke up your ass to get out of there. And because we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is a new romantic beginning, but it's also like it could be clear, like intuitive clarity, like an intuitive idea and stuff like that. And it could be coming to you real, like, fast, and you have to work on it. But if you're being defensive to it, because you're unsure of what to choose or how to choose it, if once you balance yourself, like mind, body, soul, spirit, like meditate on it, sleep, rest, recover, rejuvenate, that's when you will get the answers and see or understand the signs fully. Or simply ask for a sign and it will tell you which one to choose or what path to go. As we have the Knight of Cups. And then the Knight of Cups is all about like spiritual quest, spiritual journeys or spiritual quests to gain confidence, to for like the next journey, or like whenever that situation comes up again, you don't have to worry or fret about not having confidence to deal with it, because you already know that you do have the confidence to deal with it. And the Ace of Cups here, and then the Knight of Cups, he brings in like the romantic offer, like the Knight of Cups is the person that you send to bring treaties, pretty much, like if to bring peace, and this new romantic beginning could bring peace into your life. But if you're fighting something and being defensive to it, you might cut it out thinking that it's not meant for you when it actually is meant for you, or you're going to corrupt it by bringing your past or doing something. Let's say you're in a healthy relationship right now and you want to spaz out like you did in your past relationship because things are going too good, and then that corrupts this the relationship, and you're fighting yourself because you're sitting here saying like things can't be this good, they can't be as what it seemed. And the truth is, it could be as what it seemed. If you are in a healthy relationship. But if you're not in a healthy relationship, and because with this, someone is lying here, okay, and we have so it's just but let's like I'm saying, there's a healthy relationship and things are going good, and you this is going too good, it's too good to be true. It's healthy. You just used to toxic and someone lying to you, that if you don't take a minute to recover from that and heal from that and just jump into something new, you're going to corrupt that new thing with that toxic old past relationship. You have to leave that self-destructive energy or pattern where it is, so it don't ruin your future. Why is the Hangman and the Five of Wands here? Okay, first of all, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. The Nine of Swords, and it kind of fell on the Strength card. So, could be you going back and forth. Well, the Nine of Swords is stress, anxiety, mental pressures, and it could be affecting your confidence and how you feel about yourself. Which is why it's the Tower is here. It's time for the sudden change or the sudden shift. This is why that's happened. So you can get out of your head and out of this mental mind trap that you're in. And this is another reason why the answer is coming to you in your sleep, because when you are up, you're in this mental mind trap, fighting your thoughts. So you're getting a different perspective in your sleep and in your dreams, because that's the only time your mind gets a break, so the messages to come in. And also, it's like the Nine of Swords is also like stress and stuff like that. So it's like you're worrying because you're trying to feed, or you're trying to control something to feed your ego, and that's stressing you out because you don't have control of the situation. You're not meant to control it. And then with the moon here, not everything is being shown to you. So there's secrets here. And you're trying to control the situation, but you can't control it because there's a secret and you don't know how deep or how far that secret is, or how deep or how far that lie is, or how far it goes. And then we have the Empress with the Nine of Swords. And the Empress, she's abundant, grounded, and motherly, intuitive. Oh, then we also have the Emperor here. So, whew, excuse me. And then with the Devil, didn't I say like the King and Queen of Wands? When they sometimes it could just be like passion, mutual passion, or mutual attraction. But with the Devil here, I was like, it's materialistic needs. For y'all pretty much got together or holding on to this person for materialistic needs, or for materialistic purposes. And what you need to see from, I feel like that's what you need to see from a different perspective, is that they weren't able to give you those things that they said that they were going to give you, because they can't even give those things to themselves. Like I said before, like once, like, or it's like once you realize that you're like and get into this Empress energy, and that's when you realize that this person is really this page, right? Not really a king. They're insecure, not grounded, not abundant. They're greedy and just money hungry, and pretty much the four, like, seeing that the King of Wands came up twice, and then with the Four of Wands, and I was about to say like they're greedy. They will be the type of person to have bought, let's say, the one designer clothes, and they will keep wearing that one designer thing to make it seem like as if they have money, when in reality that's the one thing that they have that actually costs that much, you know. And where you can have a new beginning with actual true love, where you don't have to worry and like about if they love you for you, or what you can bring to the table, or how much you bring to the table, how much money you have. You find someone that actually genuinely love you for you, flaws and all, personality, characteristics, no, like, for rich or for poor, like sick and healthy, you know, that kind of thing. But with the Devil here, it's giving me just materialistic. And that's why the Tower came out, because it's shouldn't, like, things needs to change, or there needs to be a shift, a change, like a big change, sudden change, a giant shift, for things to be balanced out. And you have to work on having confidence in your intuitive abilities and yourself moving forward, that when this happens, or if this happens again, you're able to cut it out and see it for what it is and know that you're way better than a page. Okay? The Empress don't date pages. Okay? And this Emperor, that even if they try to come to you saying, like, as the Emperor, you, because like I said, the devil is like illusions and fears. You will see through the illusions and be able to see, like, okay, you're really just this page. You're really, like, they trying to come to you as like this grown man. You realize, like, you're really this boy. Like, you really a child, not even a teenager, like a boy, you know. And you're not gonna stress yourself out over a little child, because you're not looking to date a child. And because then we have the Seven of Wands. Whoa, sorry, Seven of Pentacles. I was looking at the Three of Wands. And the Four of Swords. So, and that's clarifying the Lovers. So, like I was saying before, like, once you realize you don't have to stress yourself. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups can give and receive love with no problem, and she's very intuitive, right? And caring, like, emotionally fulfilled, like, she can fulfill your emotional needs and stuff like that. You know, you can come talk to her about your emotions and stuff like that. So you, with this, okay, I'm just going in order. With the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is all about, like, waiting, a delay, like waiting for till the time is right for when it is time to harvest and to reap the harvest, pretty much. And when it is time to, also is a little bit of underestimation. Like, sometimes they underestimate it because it might take a while, but then once that harvest come in, they become like the minor arcana Empress, which is the Nine of Pentacles, where they're like financially stable and content within themselves, by themselves. They don't need nobody for nothing. So you could be waiting on when it's your time to, you know, harvest and get that true solid beginning in love, right? And with the Lovers card, then with the Three of Wands here, which is also about negotiating, putting the past behind you to continue moving forward on your process. And because normally on the Three of Wands, he's on the edge and looking at the boats either coming in or coming out, but the past is still behind him while he's holding on to one wand, right? So he made little progress and continue to make those progress to do better. And he's waiting for his ships to come in, but he's still negotiating and negotiating his needs and like supply and demand, pretty much at that point. Like, you won't get what you need if you don't, like, say what you need. And with the Four of Swords, it's all about taking a break and resting. like I said, with the dreams here and with the 9 of Swords, you could be like overthinking a lot and you need like a mental break, or your mind say like it needs a break, like to stop thinking, for you to get these answers to come in fully. Like I was saying before, like you might be getting the answers in your dreams, or once you take a moment to realize that, like like I said, like take a moment, take a break to realize that what you're harvesting is the things that is what you're negotiating, or what you're putting out there, right? And if you're with the 4 of Swords, if you stop and think about what you really want and plant what you really want and wait for it to grow so you can harvest it and actually be happy with the harvest that you receive, that's when you will see the progress and be able to look behind look at your past and reflect on it, and see. That's when you like look at your past and fully reflect on this King of Wands and see him, or see the situation for what it is, and that this journey was necessary to teach you confidence, and that you was worried and stressed out over. You were stressed out and like nervous and worried over something that you didn't really need to be stressed out and worried about, because if this person didn't want you, there's somebody else that's gonna want you and it's gonna appreciate you. I'll see if anything else that needs to be said for enters. I didn't know it was this long. I think I heard this out. Let me see. Okay. It seems like there's nothing else. The bottom of the deck, we have the Mother of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. Three of Swords, and the Mother of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and at the bottom of that we have the 4 of Cups. So the Queen of Swords, she's very logical. She's emotionally detached to things, so she makes logical decisions. Like, she doesn't act on her emotions. And so with the 3 of Swords being here, this is heartbreak, betrayal, backstabbing. Like I said, like heartbreak, like something to break your heart. Like she will cut it out so fast, so quick. She don't care what it is, who it is, nothing. And because with the Queen of Pentacles here, she's wifey material, like she can run her own business, care for herself, don't need nobody for nothing, anything, right? Wife material, right? She's good, stable. It's like once you see that and realize that you don't need anybody for anything, you can provide for yourself, you can think for yourself, and that this situation is hurting you, and you don't deserve that hurt or need that hurt, and their help is because with the four cups, sorry. Normally, you're looking at the 3 cups that you have or the situation that you're in, and you're not seeing that there's help on this way, or that there's help coming in, or that there's help on this side, or accepting that help. And the Queen of Swords, whatever is causing her heartbreak or anything like that, she's gonna cut it out swiftly with cold detachment to have some sort of sense of stability in herself. Like, she doesn't need anybody to think for her. She can think for herself. She doesn't. If you come to her and lie to her, she can find clarity within herself. She doesn't need someone to bring her that clarity, because she holds that. Well, she don't need someone to tell her her truth. She can find out her truth herself. And with the someone's lying here, you probably already sense that it's a lie and know that's a lie. And also, these 2 queens are 2/4 of the Empress, and it could be like you're cutting things out with a cold attachment to become stable and solid within yourself, and that's cool too. And this King of Wands isn't it, because they're holding things back and insecure, and they're a page. So we have. Let's see if there's anything else before I say these, so I can close it up and wrap up the reading. So we have get back into nature, reconnect with your hippie roots. Practice feng shui, create a sacred space. Like that Queen of Swords is trying to do. She cut things out that's not meant to be there, and that's not bringing her peace. It's messing up her peace, stability, and stuff like that, making her feel insecure. She will cut it out so fast. She don't take no shit. We have get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. And then we have show off your sparkle and shine from the inside. And if you gotta cut some things out, what is the people that's hurting you, or the person that's hurting you, so you can be more stable and grounded to shine, do that. Okay? It's okay. That's fine. It's alright. You can love yourself and give yourself the love that you feel that this person should have gave you, or should be giving you. And that's, if you don't know that, or know that you should do that, that's the journey that you need to go on, which is why the Knight of Cups is here. That could be a little spiritual journey that you're going on right now, to learn how to love yourself and accept yourself for who you are. Have some sort of self-respect, self-esteem, higher self-esteem, self-worth, either one. But yeah, that's all I'm saying for you, Pile 3. If you find this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you later. Bye.